this is Cheryl with Architect Destiny. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I've been just kind of trying to adjust to my new normal of working again and having earlier hours and just the whole different dynamic between work and home. But here I am at a very different hour for me as far as filming. I don't think I've ever filmed a video at 8:30 in the morning. So I'm not sure how the lighting is on camera. My office is on the front of the house and the sun comes up in the back of the house, so it's not very sunny coming through the window right now, but this is kind of like the best time I have to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't know if I've ever done, or it's been a really, really long time since I've done a daily plan with me. So I'm gonna do a daily plan with me, or at least enough to show you my process in my Wonderland 222. It is currently Tuesday, June 3rd. So Monday has passed. So I'll have to back plan Monday a little bit. And I probably won't set up the whole week. I'll probably set up, 2 or 3 days, like I said, just to show you how I do it. And then I'll set up the rest off camera because I really kind of need to jump into work here in a few minutes. So, yeah, as you can see, I've got a bunch of stuff surrounding my planner on my desk. And these are things that I'm going to use for my plan with me. I just got kind of the lemon yellow mild liner. It's called Bold Bissau. So I'm not sure what Bissau means. I guess it's something yellow. Bold Bissau mild liner. It's not neon. I know the cap kind of gives it a neon look, but it's really a pretty lemony yellow. So I'm going to use that. My faithful, tried and true Uni Jetstream multi-pen in 0.5. And then I'm going to use my Z Clean Color Dot in Ocean to do dots for my hydration. And then I've got my Max Mark self-stamping date stamp. I'm going to use this to stamp the dates on my dailies. Then I've got my plan of kind of weekly essential stickers, ones that I use all the time in my daily and weekly planning. And I'm just going to grab out some date stickers. And I just have a hodgepodge of ones that came with other kits, or I can't even remember where these came from. I think they actually came with a Clever Fox planner, I think, that I was sent to try out. I think that's where these came from, but I'm going to use these to mark my dates. And then I've got a nice flexible 12-inch ruler to draw my lines. And then I've got my pen pouch, which has my tweezers in it. So I'll need those, and I'll need my my Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liner in this kind of medium gray color to draw my lines. I think that is all I'm gonna need. Heaven forbid, but most likely, I might need my what is this? Correction tape. So I'm just gonna put it over here to the side. Okay, I gotta get started. So let's jump in. Okay, so let's just flip right on over here to my dailies. And as you can see, there's just a bunch of sticky notes in here right now. This actually is Sunday of last week, so I still need to do Monday. And just for the sake of showing you my process, I'll do Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'll do the rest of the week later. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish drawing my lines. Just to tell you kind of what I've got here as far as sticky notes. This one I keep in my dailies for when I spend cash on something out of our checking account. This is not for like the spending money that I keep in my wallet. This is for, when I put something on the debit card or when I yeah, I think that's mostly it. When I put something on a debit card or, transfer money from the checking account, any transaction in the checking account that needs to go on our cash flow spreadsheet. If I don't have time to put it in there right away, I write it on this sticky note. And most times I don't have time to put it in there right away because I'm out and about or I'm doing something else. And so I have this sticky note in my planner so that I can just write down anything that I need to put in on my cash flow worksheet so I don't forget about it. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. It will go back in here because I do keep it on my dailies. This sticky note is just where I was keeping track of what happened yesterday with my water intake. And I did get six. I got 6 20-ounce cups of water yesterday. I didn't put my last dot because it happened kind of later in the night. And I put down the weather for yesterday because I do track my weather at the top. And so I wanted to make sure I didn't forget what the weather was like and the temperature. So I'm going to put that to the side. And this is my little transparent sticky note. It's pretty battered. I probably need to write a new one. It's starting to get a little like the colors is getting wiped off of it. But this is my Visa card low spend to remind me to use our Visa credit card as little as possible. We're just trying to be more mindful of how much we put on that card. So I keep this in my dailies as well, and I just move it from day to day because I'm always looking at my daily for just to-dos and writing down my meals and things like that. So I keep this in my dailies as well. So I'm just going to put that to the side. I'm going to quickly just go ahead. Oh, this is my Today floating tab from Martha Plans. I'm not sure if her shop is back open or not, but all of my, well, no, that's not true. The smaller floating tabs that I have are from Martha Plans, and I love them. So I take that off for right now. I'm going to move some things out of the way, grab my Staedtler fine liner, and I'm going to just go ahead and finish drawing the lines over here on, make sure I'm in frame on this side. And I kind of go by, you probably can't see it from your distance, but there is a line down the middle here. It just goes halfway down, just so you know where the middle of the page is going horizontally. And then there's also a line right here that does go all the way across. So you'll know where the middle of the page is vertically. So I'm just gonna use this line as my guide and draw a line. I'm gonna skip the top 3 rows here because that's where I kind of just, yeah, I don't know, I just skip it. There's really no good reason. In case I need to write over the line or something, or things kind of get off, I just don't write the line, draw the line all the way up. So I'm gonna do that. And then my horizontal lines starting here. So up above, I'm gonna do, as you can see on the left-hand side, I'm gonna do the day of the week, the date, and the weather. And I have a stencil to draw my weather conditions, and then I just write the day, high, and low temperatures. Then in these boxes, I do my schedule. So that's anything that's day and time specific, like appointments and meetings and things like that. And then in these boxes, I write my tasks for the day. In these boxes, I write down my meals, and I do a snack in case I get hungry before brunch, because my husband and I kind of do intermittent fasting. And I say kind of because sometimes we might have a snack after our window for eating is closed at night. If we're hungry, we might still eat something. Definitely on the weekends we might. So I say we kind of loosely do intermittent fasting, and so we don't really start eating until 1 o'clock. Technically, our eating window is from 1 to 9. So I have like snack, brunch, snack, dinner, snack. So that's kind of what it says over here. And I do write that. I still need the gray. I write that with this just to kind of make it not as prominent. So I'll go ahead and write those in for the 3 days. And sometimes I cross out the brunch and put an L for lunch if I don't actually eat breakfast. I don't know. I associate brunch with breakfast for some reason. It could be an early lunch and you would call it brunch too, I guess. But I just associate brunch with eating breakfast food. So if I'm not eating breakfast food for my first meal, I just call it lunch. I don't know. That's just kind of a peculiarity I have, I guess. So let me quickly write these in. Okay, so we got those in. So I'm done with this. Now I'm going to just quickly use my outliner and just put some color on the page for my headers for my boxes. And I just use a different color every week just to kind of differentiate the weeks. Just when I'm flipping through, I can quickly see one week from another just from the change of color. That's all this means. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, trying to just make sure I'm still in frame. And then over here. How are you guys doing? Those of you who have kiddos, are they out of school yet? Or is this the last week of school? Or what's going on? Getting those summer plans together. I just started a new job a couple weeks ago, so I don't have small kids anyway, but I am just not even really thinking about summer plans or anything. I'm still trying to of course, I'm in the throes of training still and just trying to learn what's what, but I'm just still trying to get used to the newness of it and just focusing so much on training and just trying to get up to speed quickly. I'm not really thinking about too much else other than keeping things up around the house as I'm trying to get acclimated to my new job. Okay, I just use my regular pen just to write the headers, just because I like the thickness of it. In the past, I have used heavier pens to write in here just to make it bolder, and I kind of felt like it looked a little like in your face, and I didn't really care for it. So I feel like the color kind of gives it enough pop that I don't have to use a different marker to write my headers. So I just use my pen, and I like the look of that a lot better. So I'm just going to go ahead and write in all of my headers as quickly as I can. I may or may not edit some of this out for brevity's sake of the video, but for now, I'm just gonna be silent if I need to be silent while I'm writing and talk if I have something to say. Okay, this bottom section down here, I don't think I mentioned that, the bottom two sections. So this is meals, this is for my daily reflection, and this is where I mark my hydration. And every time, let's see, I'll show you. This is my 20-ounce cup that I use for my water. So every time I drink 20 ounces of water, I just put a dot. And my goal is to drink 120 ounces of water a day. And I've been doing really well since I started using the 20-ounce cup and marking it that way. I was using one of those huge jugs that has like 128 ounces, but it's like a big, huge thing. And I would just fill it up in the morning and try to drink it all by the end of the day. But for one thing, it's just kind of taxing to carry that around all the time. And secondly, I feel like I drink more water when it looks like it's achievable. Like I can drink 20 ounces of water. I could probably chug it down like in one go. So it's not as intimidating to have the 20-ounce cup sitting there saying drink me, whereas that jug is just so big. And then also, now that I'm working, I'm fully remote, so I'm on a lot of Zoom meetings with my colleagues. And I just don't want to be drinking from that big jug. Like if I need to take a sip during a meeting, it's just cuter to have that little, that 20-ounce cup. It's a cute cup, and it's like, yeah, it just works a lot better when I need to take a sip of water during a meeting. So it just works out better all the way around. And I do find that marking things is really rewarding for me, like checking something off or filling in a box that I did something, putting a dot there that I drank a cup of water. That's very rewarding for me. So I feel like, and I know where I am. I always know where I am. If I've only have 4 dots, I know I need to drink 2 more cups of water before the end of the day. And I'm finding that I'm drinking more water, and most days I'm reaching my goal. This day I did not reach my goal because I was on the go most of the day. We had church, so I don't think I drank one before we went to church, and I probably wouldn't anyway, for the sake of not having to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of church. But and then we had a meeting right after church, and I did drink some water, but I wasn't like conscious of the amount of water and that kind of thing. I did give myself a dot for that, but because we got home later and then I was sitting down trying to do some planning, I just kind of got off this day. So I only had 4 dots, I only had 80 ounces of water. But all the other days, I've just been killing it, drinking at least 6 of those cups of water, sometimes 7. So if you have trouble getting your water in, I would encourage you to track it this way. Even if it's just like a bottle of water that has 16 ounces, make it 16 ounces, and each dot represents 16 ounces instead of 20 or whatever it is. And just track it that way, especially if you're rewarded by marking things. That's really helpful. So, okay, so we got all the headers in. Then I'm just going to put my stuff down for yesterday, my water for yesterday. I did do 6. So I'm going to use, this is just my color of the month for June. So I figure since I always have this one with me, in case I need to add a date to my calendar or something, I would just make this my water tracking color for the month as well. So I don't have to make sure I have 2 different, clean color dots with me. So I'm going to put down 6 dots for Monday because we did do that. And then I'm going to go up here to the top now, and I'm going to do my date dots and mark my dates. And then I'll put a few plans in just to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to mosey and get started with my work day. Just kind of put these down up here. Since these are bigger, they kind of cross over this line. If I had drawn this line all the way up, it would cross over a little bit. So that's why I don't do that. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for right now. I'll do the rest of the days off camera. So let me get my little date stamp together here. It says June 1st, so I just need to go to June 2nd. I kind of position it so that this part is right below the header, and that kind of puts the date in a good spot, right, kind of right there in the middle. And then I'm going to change it to the 3rd. Oops. And then put that right there. I'm not real fussy about whether it's straight or anything like that, or if it's exactly centered. I don't care that much. I don't. I just need to get my plans down in here. Okay, so that's what the dates look like once I get those in. Let me just give you a little closer look. There. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the weather in for yesterday and today because I can't put it in for today because I didn't write it down and I'm using my camera, my phone for my camera. So I'll put yesterday's weather just to give you a sample of what I do. This is a stencil that I got from Amazon. And it's like a whole pack of these. They're just like all kinds of shapes and things. And these are the weather icons that I use to stencil out the weather. So I'm just gonna put a sun here for yesterday. It was a beautiful day here in North Carolina. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, and I just tuck this back here in the back along with some stickers and some correspondence that I need to keep in my planner. And I'm gonna grab this golden yellow and color this in. Okay, and then the high-low for yesterday, the high was 78, very nice. And the low was 61, still very nice. I love weather in the 60s and 70s, that's my favorite. Okay, so yesterday was Monday. I'm just gonna, what I typically do is I just go back to my weekly, and this is where I struggle with, oops, I need to kind of cover something up there real quick. A couple of things I need to cover up real quick. This is where I kind of struggle with dailies because I feel like I am just duplicating effort because I'm just kind of writing the same things in my dailies, even though I kind of have more room to write and it kind of just focuses me in on the day itself. That's the good thing about it, but I still feel like I'm kind of duplicating effort. So I'm pretty much settled on the fact that next year I will not have a planner that has like dailies, even though I want a planner that has some pages like this where I can do journaling if I want to. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel with that. Okay, yesterday I had a GYN appointment at 10 o'clock. And I had a Zoom meeting with a colleague for training and to get me started on a project at 2 o'clock. So that's all the scheduled events for yesterday. I had a ton of to-dos for yesterday. There's totally no need for me to write all of these things in again on my dailies, especially since the day has passed. And I keep my little Hobonichi stencil here that I draw my boxes with just in the front of my planner for ease of access. But I'm just going to kind of do the main things that I accomplished yesterday. I did get a lot done, It was a busy day as far as to-dos, and then I had appointments as well. One appointment out of the house, and I had to make a couple stops at the ATM and the grocery store, so it was kind of a busy day. But there's no need to re-document all of this. So the main things that I did yesterday was I finished a video that I was supposed to watch for training for my job. So I finished I will put down one thing that I intended to do that I didn't do because I really should have. So I'm not going to make myself think that I did everything I was supposed to do yesterday. I was supposed to watch another video in preparation for my 10 o'clock this morning. So that's why I need to get through this so I can go ahead and watch that. And then I also paid a medical bill. And made sure that a debit that was supposed to hit our account actually came out, and it did. Then I went to the ATM to get cash for just to carry in our wallets. I did meal prep, or I cooked, and I ran the dishwasher. And I wrote down a retirement account balance that I'm keeping in my spreadsheet tracker. Okay, so that is kind of how I do my tasks and my dailies. I need 2 more boxes. Okay, so I did everything except watch the video. So of course that's going to be the first thing I write down for today. After film a YouTube video, because I'm actually doing that right now. Yay me. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. I've kind of just been hyper-focused on everything else and not so much on that. But I thought, you know, I was saving my daily planning or my daily setup to film, and because I've never done it. And so I was like, okay, it's Tuesday. I got to get this done because I need to be able to write my plans down. So, yeah, so I'm glad I'm doing it. This little sticky note says check work email. I just try to make sure I check work email sometime in the early evening. It may be after work hours, but maybe like 6 or 7, just to see if anything came through from my colleagues that I need to be cognizant of for the next day. Like they may send me a Zoom meeting invitation for a training meeting, and they just kind of schedule it at the last minute in the evening if they're working late or something. I want to make sure I see that so I can get it on my calendar, so it's in my mind for the next day, and I'm not surprised when I get up in the morning and I'm like, oh, you know, I need to hurry up and get ready for that. So, excuse me. Let me have a sip of coffee. So I just kind of move this from day to day. Just to remind me, check my work email at some point in the evening before I get in total relax mode. See if there's anything I need to write in my calendar. As far as meals yesterday, I did not eat anything before brunch. For brunch, I just had cereal and bacon. For snack, my husband made some peanut butter crackers for me. For dinner, I had roast and gravy, mac and cheese, and broccoli. And I did not eat a snack after dinner last night. As you can see, I had this is like Sunday dinner. But I mean, that's just how I cook for my family. I cooked macaroni and cheese, and I had already cooked some broccoli, like I think maybe Friday or Saturday, and I always cook a lot so we can have it for a few days. And then the roast I also cooked last week, like late last week, and we still have a little bit left. So still like kind of eating that but I cooked yesterday some chicken wings with garlic parmesan marinade and macaroni and cheese, and I didn't cook a vegetable yet, but when we run out of the broccoli, I will cook some stir-fry vegetables that I bought yesterday. So that's just kind of how I cook. I kind of rotate things in when we run out of something, and that way, a lot of times I don't have to cook a full meal every time I cook because I cook largish quantities of stuff. Luckily, I do not have a family that does not like leftovers because we do the leftovers. We believe in eating the food that is cooked in this house. But it helps me to not have to like be in the kitchen for a long time cooking a full course meal every single time. A lot of times I can just rotate things in. Like I cooked chicken wings yesterday. If we're out of chicken wings by Thursday, which is, I usually cook on Mondays and Thursdays, then I'll cook another meat and we'll probably have a little macaroni and cheese left, so I won't cook a side. We may have some vegetables, stir-fry vegetables left, so I may not have to cook that. I may just have to cook a meat and that kind of thing. And that's just how we do it. And if we want to switch it up a little bit, we'll have a salad for dinner and maybe some of whatever the protein is that I cooked. Or we may throw some burgers in the oven or some hot dogs or sausages or something. And just kind of switch it up a little bit with something that's real quick and easy. So that's kind of how I do my meals, and this is what I ate yesterday. Typically, when I'm sitting in the bed in the evening watching TV with my husband, I will write the reflection for the day, and it's just kind of how I was feeling, anything significant that happened, whether it was good or bad. And, I'll just kind of reflect on the day and just write down some thoughts and feelings from the day. And then all through the day, I keep track of my water. So this is my desk where I sit and work. My MacBook is over here as well as my personal laptop. And I keep my planner kind of right here. And I have an L-shaped desk, so I turn that way and I can look out the window and work on my computer. And then I can turn this way and see my planner and write in my planner or keep my work notebook right here. This is my work notebook, and it has a pen, a erasable multi-pen, and an erasable highlighter in it or attached to it. So I keep my work notebook right here, my planner right here, and so I can turn this way to this portion of my desk and write. So that's just kind of, my daily planning setup, my daily work setup, just kind of how I maneuver while I'm at my desk during the day. But this is kind of how my daily planning looks. And let's see, how long have we been filming? 32 minutes? That's not too bad. Let's see if I can put in some things for today, and then I will jump off here and get started. So today I do have a training call with Robin at 10. And I have to watch the video that she sent me before our call at 10. And then I'm going to put down film YouTube video because that's what I'm doing. And let's see, I need to order my husband's Father's Day gift. I want to do that today as well. Those are the main things I want to do today. So I'm going to say watch binder video. Film and upload YouTube video and order. He wants some Hoka sneakers to work out in, so I'm going to order some Hokas for my hubby for Father's Day. And that's it. And none of this stuff gets filled out yet. I've started my first water, but I haven't finished it. So I won't mark anything there. I haven't eaten anything yet. I will put the weather in as soon as I finish filming because I'm filming with my phone, so I can't access my weather app. But that's it, guys. And I will put these back on here. Typically, I will put this down here, my Visa low spend reminder, and I will put my add to spreadsheet sticker over here on my pages that are completed. And I'll have to do my reflection for yesterday sometime this morning before I forget, but I'm not going to do it right now. And then I'll put my check work email right here at the bottom of my task box. And I will put my today marker up here in the corner so I can easily just reach and flip to this page if I'm somewhere else in my planner. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me and to my channel. And if you enjoy my content, functional but cute planning, then be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And definitely hit that notification bell so that when I upload a new video, you'll be one of the first to know. That's it for today, guys. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.